Oh my goodness. What is going on, YouTube? Please excuse the voice. I am still working on this cold. I am so congested. My sinuses are killing me. My head and everything just feels bleh. So it's Friday and it's snowing again here in Jersey. So I'm just having like a lazy, snowed in afternoon. The girls are in their bedroom. My older daughter's keeping my younger occupied, and I'm just sitting here detangling my hair. Bought some new products that I'm going to try out this weekend. I might make a video about that. I might not. But anyway, pardon me. As I am sitting here detangling my hair and just BSing around, reading things on the internet and watching YouTube clips, I come across this clip about Tiny giving T.I. a hand job in prison. Ilk. I mean, okay, I understand that that's her husband and all, but seriously, there is a time and a place for everything. And as a married couple, I don't follow Tiny
That's
and
not my
T.I.
scene.
But I do like to pop culture stuff. Watch comes up in the news and something catches my eye, I'll click on it and ew. Like, I don't know how long he's in prison for, but don't they usually have conjugal visits for married couples to handle stuff like that? I mean, I don't want to get too deep into this because it's just gossip. It's not news, but ilk. It's just proof that money does not buy you class. And I know this chick is up there in age with me. And it's like, come on. Like, after you hit 30, you should really make better judgment. But then again, she's married to T.I., so that shows you where her head is at. Oh my goodness, I'm dying. It reminds me of that scene in the movie Natural Born Killers when Mallory went to visit Mickey in prison and she was jacking him off under the table. It's like, ew, just nasty. Like, and then just another article that I read about it says that, she admitted to it. Like, she's proud of it. Like, yeah, that's my man. That's my husband, I'm gonna ride or die. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Oh my goodness. The video clip that I saw, it said that, she finished him off. He got the bus one off. So, ew, like, what do you do? Do you have a napkin? Do you wipe it on his pants? Like, how do you handle that? How do you even get yourself in the frame of mind to do something like that when you know that, all of these people are in the room? Because I am not ashamed to say that I have had to visit people in jail and in prison before. I know that when I visited a certain person in jail, it's kind of like how you see on television where you pick up the phone and there's like, a window between the two of you and you talk that way. But when I visited an individual in prison, it was like just a big open room with chairs, and everything is just like out in the open. And I mean, you can hug and you can kiss and stuff like that. But I couldn't see myself doing anything like that. I mean, the person that I went to see, that was family, and we don't get down like that anyway, unless it was on some old nasty kissing cousins or incest type shit. But how do you even get your mind prepared for something like that? Like, okay, I'm gonna go into this prison, and even though there's gonna be like this room full of people, I'm going to, play with my husband's penis. It's just crazy. But, stranger things have happened. I mean, I've heard rumors about, chicks getting pregnant by their men locked up in prison. So, who knows? So, yeah, they're a celebrity couple, and celebrity couples do dumb shit for attention. So I guess it's to be expected. I guess I don't know, maybe if the shoe was on the other foot, if the shoe was on the other foot and she was in prison, we would be reading a story about him finger popping her or eating her coochie in prison or some craziness. It's just so low class, and to get caught, and now he's in even more trouble at prison, and blah 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 blah. Anyway, like I said, I don't want to get too deep into their hot mess, but again, I just can't stress enough that it's just proof that money just cannot buy you class. But but seriously, when I read about stuff like this, and celebrities constantly getting in trouble, drugs, and going back and forth to prison, I think about the children that are involved. Like, seriously, like I said, I don't follow them. Like, they're really that's not my scene. That's not my thing. I don't listen to his music. I don't watch BET, so I definitely wouldn't have an opportunity to see her reality show with the Gremlins baby's mama. But I always think about the children. How do you explain stuff like that to your children? And I don't know how young their children are, but when they get of age, I mean, this stuff is in print. It's on the internet. I'm not gonna say it's forever, but the information is going to be out there long enough that when their children get of some age where they can read and research this stuff, how do you explain that to your children? How do you explain it to them now? Like, they live in Atlanta. How does she explain to her children, well, daddy's in prison in Arkansas and I'm going to visit him? And what if they don't allow her to visit again? Well, mommy can't visit daddy because she couldn't keep her hands to herself and was playing with daddy's pee-pee under the table. How do you explain stuff like that? Like, I just don't get it. Another thing, how do you, as an individual that has what some people would perceive to be everything, you have, a wife who's obviously loving and caring, and you have children, and you have money, and you have fame and the adoration and admiration of your fans, and yet you still keep fucking up and you go into prison. And the fans and everybody aside, how do you feel? How can you possibly feel like a man when you cannot be there on an everyday basis for your wife and your children? And I know that as an entertainer, he's probably constantly on the road touring and so on and so forth. But that's one thing. At least with that, you have the opportunity. You could probably log on the computer, do a web chat, do a little freaky deaky webcam sex with the wife, say good night to the children. But you can't do that in prison. You can't pick up the phone and call when you want to. You can't, they can't just get up and come and visit when they want to. It's only certain days that prisoners are allowed to have visits, and even then, I mean, even though they have the money to afford to be able to travel back and forth from Arkansas, from Atlanta to Arkansas, what? I really don't. I don't get it. I feel bad getting up in the morning and going to work, and my children have been not feeling well this past week, not being able to stay home with them for that. So how do you get yourself in a place mentally and emotionally, knowing that you're not going to be able to see your children on an everyday basis? Like, at what point in time do you say, like, okay, enough is enough and I need to do better? But I said I wasn't going to get too deep into this, and I've already spent like 10 minutes talking about it. But you know what? Let me know what you feel about the situation. And there's my little one crying for me. So I'll talk to you later, YouTube. Peace.